Well, I see you captain of this team. What are some of the expectations we could from some of the younger players?
Really good expectations. I thought we have some really good talent here, so just for us to, as I said, go out there and execute.
Okay, well, best of luck to you, Samara.
Thank you.
Juliana, you've been asked to bat first here. Your thoughts?
Yeah, I was gonna bat anyway, so yeah, pretty good to bowl into, but we're gonna have a bat first.
And how are you feeling after those long breaks in between?
Not so good. We would really like to have a bit more training session, but the weather was pretty bad, so it wasn't in our control. So yeah.
All right. Well, best of luck to you, Juliana. And so, news from the center here is that Trinidad and Tobago women they've won the toss and they have decided to bowl first.
Well, good morning and welcome to the Brian Lara Cricket Academy. It's the start of the Cricket West Indies Rising Stars Women's Under-19 Championship. I'm Visham Lalman and I'm joined by Liam Mamchan this morning. And it's a spectacular day for cricket here in Trinidad and Tobago, and I don't think we can get better weather and ask for better weather for the start of this wonderful women's tournament. Good morning, Liam.
Good morning, Visham. Good morning to all our viewers around the world. And yeah, it's really a lovely day for cricket. We saw earlier Trinidad and Tobago won the toss and they elected to bowl first. So a bit of grass, maybe a bit of that early morning moisture could be a good decision for Samara Ramnath.
Yeah, definitely so. And as you mentioned, winning the toss, electing to bowl first. And they're going to have the senior player, or one of the senior players in the team, would have played the last tournament, would have been around the setup for quite a while. That's Katie Jazz Mitchell. She's going to take up the attack from the southern end.
Yeah, she is the vice captain of the team to be that helping hand for Samara Ramnath. Both of those girls, two of the most experienced players on the team. There's also Jessica Orozco out there, who's part of that West Indies Under-19 camp in Antigua. So she's going to lend her experience as well.
And of course, a delayed start to the tournament. The initial start of the tournament was postponed. And now we're going to have 3 matches on today at the Brian Lara Cricket Academy. And just about getting ready for the first ball of this year's Cricket West Indies Rising Stars Women's Under-19 Championship. Paz just making sure that the scorers are ready.
I'm just going through the starting 11 for Trinidad and Tobago. Samara Ramnath, the skipper. Kenika Casa. Delianis Espinoza. Brianna Haricharan. Kira Maya Manpol. Katie Jazz Mitchell. Sahira Mohit. Samira Naidu. Jessica Orozco. Amrita Ramtahal and Katrina Ruben.
A couple names in there that of course we're hearing on the regional circuit for the very first time. It's good to see them getting the opportunity. I hope they can cash in. Of course, the Trinidad and Tobago team, they would have played a couple of warm-up matches against Barbados over the last week and a half, getting their preparations ready for the start of the tournament. Still not ready just yet.
Let's have a look at the Guyana team list. The captain, Liliana Grimond. The vice captain, Naila Lachman. Naomi Bakoi. Tilia Madramutu. Trisha Hadrat. Denise Lindy. Lauren Williams. Crystal Durant. Danelli Manos. Tia Isaacs and Tremaine Marks. Also a couple new names in that Guyana Under-19 setup.
Yeah, there's still a couple of names that stand out there. Naomi Barkoi, and of course, you know, she's going to have a big part to play here. Opening the batting.
Seems to be a delay with the scorers at this point in time. The square leg umpire is seems to just be coming off the field, in fact.
Yeah, you just ask the players to wait just a bit. You can see the Trinidad and Tobago team coming together, and also the batters of the Guyana team. It looks as though they're ready to go now. Umpire just walking back to his mark. Or is it they're going to see a mid-pitch conference?
A bit of an underwhelming start to the start of a big tournament. Take a look at the big screen here at Brian Lara Cricket Academy. Carlos Brathwaite is still out there. He's been on the screen for the entire morning.
He's been batting all morning. Of course, that was an iconic moment, Liam, where Carlos Brathwaite would have struck 4 sixes in the over of Ben Stokes to win the T20 World Cup for the West Indies.
Yeah, the West Indies would have been disappointed not to get out of the Super 8 and get into the semi-final. I think they showed a lot of fight to pull the game back, as they did against South Africa, but just wasn't enough in the end.
I think it's also a good time to say that, our prayers goes out to all of the countries in the Caribbean that were affected by Hurricane Beryl over the past week as well. It really did some damage to Jamaica yesterday, Barbados, Grenada as well. So prayers goes out to everyone out there who have been affected.
Yeah, it was really devastating to see some of the, social media videos circulated with the damages caused. We do send our prayers out to everyone affected. Still waiting on a start here.
Is the Trinidad and Tobago huddle. They would be raring to go, as well as the Guyanese team. And of course, this very said ground, the Brian Lara Cricket Academy, would have hosted some of those World Cup matches, semi-final match as well. South Africa versus Afghanistan, in which South Africa would have won and went into that final. There are two opening batters for Guyana, and they're looking as ready as anyone this morning. It must be frustrating, Liam, when you're ready to go and you're all set, and then there's a delay. And of course, a delay came earlier in the week. The initial start of the tournament, that was supposed to be Tuesday, and of course a delay now at the start of the actual tournament.
Yeah, you can see now that tomorrow I'm not just running across to the umpires to have a word. Think, especially with those delays earlier on to postpone the opening game of the tournament, it would be quite frustrating for these girls who are just, they're raring to go. They just want to get cricket under their belt. Can't wait to start a tournament.
Yeah, no movements from the umpires just yet.
I think the Trinidad and Tobago men's under 19 team as well. They've yet to travel to St. Vincent. They were supposed to leave on Sunday, but due to the effects of Hurricane Beryl, they can't get into St. Vincent just yet. I think everyone hopes and prays that that tournament goes according to plan, and St. Vincent could be fit enough to host the 5 other territories.
Then there's also the under 17 tournament coming up as well. So a lot of cricket around on the regional circuit for the youngsters. I must say, with all the rain that we have had over the last couple of days, it's really surprised me, the weather this morning. No chance of rain around. Well, for now, that is. Umpires don't seem quite happy at all with what's happening.
Seems like Guyanese batters are walking off. Not quite sure. Might just be walking to have a word with the umpires.
I think they're signaling for something. I'm not too sure what is it. Maybe a drink. Let's see. The substitute just about to run out there, but she's back to the dugout. Not too sure what's the issue. The Trinidad and Tobago players as well, they are walking off. So it looks as though we're going to have a delay here, Liam. Just at the start of this tournament.
We're going to take a break and we'll be right back when there's some action to report on.
Well, we are back, and it looks as though we are ready to go. Yes, we are. And this, of course, is going to be Katie Jazz Mitchell with the ball in hand. She's going to be bowling to Naomi Barcoy. Here's the first ball of the tournament.
Well, not just yet.
Well,
Yet another delay to the first ball.
a wide delivery outside the off stump to start from Mitchell, just inside that guideline there. So no wide signal by the umpire, but that's the first ball. Not where she would want to be, Liam.
You can see though that there's a bit of movement away from the right hander. She's bowling from the right end with the breeze going across the ground, so I think that will encourage her a bit.
And she has protection on the offside as well. She has 3 fielders on the inner ring. Backward point, cover, and the mid-off. The 2 fielders outside the inner ring are a third man and sweeper on the offside.
This time driven and getting that thick outside edge.
Yeah, just down to third. So only a single, so that's the first runs of the morning. Coming off the bat of Naomi Barcoy. But she just want to get a bit closer to that off stump here, Katie Jazz Mitchell. Lush green outfield. Anything passes that inner ring is going to race away. once you pick the gaps and time the ball well. Full toss there. That's not dispatched. Straight to the cover fielder. But yes, of course, in 2022, the USA team, they would have clinched the championship against Trinidad and Tobago right here at the Brian Lara Cricket Academy. Oh, that's more like it there from Mitchell. That's better. Also, a good batting. Equal to the task there was the batter.
Yeah.
Samara Ramnath.
I think that's where KD Jazz Mitchell wants to be more often than not. I think just on that off stump with that ability to move the ball away from the right hander. Just like that. She's been decent so far.
Yeah, I think what we've noticed is that she's trying to get the ball up. And of course, with that new ball, you want to pitch it right up there, allow it to move. We saw that very first delivery moving sharply away from Barcoy. Didn't trist her though.
Oh, beaten outside the off stump. Just having a flash there. And nothing off it. So at the end of the first over, Guyana are 2 without loss, is it?
Yeah, just actually 1 without loss. Of course, that first run coming off the outside edge of Barcoy, that went down to third. So that first over, a good one there by KD Jazz Mitchell. And you would expect someone like a KD Jazz Mitchell to really stand up and show what she's got and what she's learned over the last couple of seasons. She'd want to show that she's a cut above the rest. And that's what you want to do. When you're a senior player on a team, you want to come in and really showcase your wares and set that example for the youngsters on the team. Here's the second over getting started. Driven nicely down to mid-off. So at the moment, just finding the fielders. The Guyana batters. So slow start just yet. This time she's timing this one nicely backward of point. She'll have to settle for one again. But a good looking shot there, Liam. She didn't look to overhit the ball though.
Yeah, just good timing on that occasion. Getting it past that fielder at backward point. But the fielder on our third man did well to get around in time to cut off the boundary. And the first runs of Amrita Ramtahal's over. Swim again outside the off stump.
Yeah, I think it's a bit too wide. Interesting the batter on that occasion. But just keeping a bit low. Not too much pace. That's excellent there from Ramtal.
Yeah, I think that's where you want to be early on. You want to attack the stumps as much as you can with that early possibility of swing with the new ball. The more that you can make batters play at the ball and make batters try to play shots, the better chance you have of taking early wickets in the power play.
So full toss that struck away nicely, and that's going to be for the first boundary of the tournament, the first boundary of the morning. Lovely shot there, Liam.
Yeah, it was a poor delivery in the end, and the batter was, I think that's Williams. She was equal to the task, getting it off the middle of the bat past the fielder at mid-on for 4. Got to the boundary really quickly.
Yeah, she had all the time in the world there to place that one just to the right of mid-on. That's good. Good comeback there from Ramtahal. She as well was looking to get the ball up and hence just overcompensating a bit. That's the end of the over. The end of the second over. At the end of it, it's 5 without loss. Actually, 7 without loss.
Bit fuller this time from Katie James Mitchell to start her second over. Driven down to mid-off.
Of course, Mitchell, the quicker of the two bowlers, opening up here for Trinidad and Tobago. Barkoi looking to go big over the onside and missing out. Seemed to have been a slower delivery there from Mitchell. Just should have shot too early there, Barkoi.
Yeah, just getting the inside edge onto that thigh pad or front pad, in fact. I think Mitchell just needs to stay disciplined there.
I think she realized that she needs to get closer to the batter, and that's what she's doing now.
That's a good delivery again. Outside edge down to the third man fielder. Get a single.
Yeah, move it down there to third, and it's the second occasion that we've seen the ball come off the outside edge of the bat of Barkoi. At the moment, she's bowling to a field. I think it's safe to say that.
Pushed onto the offside. Ramnath at point. A good throw. And a good bit of fielding there from Samara Ramnath. Get through for the single in the end, but good hustle in the field.
Yeah, that's excellent. Putting pressure on the batters. And the batters as well, putting back the pressure on the fielders. So that's good cricket all around.
Yeah, and that's what you want to see more often than not. You want to see good battles in the field, good battles between batters and bowlers. As Mitchell runs in and bowls straight back to her and not able to pick up cleanly. But still no runs. So good over again from Mitchell thus far. Just 2 runs off it.
Of course, as I said earlier, the Trinidad and Tobago under 19 team looking to rebound after they would have lost the tournament back in 2022 to USA right here at the Brian Lara Cricket Academy. Into the air. Oh, and just out of the reach of the fielder they had cover. Good effort though running back. It's always difficult, Liam, when you're running back to take those catches.
Yeah, I think she didn't really get underneath it in time, so no fault of hers. The ball was travelling a bit. So at the end of over number 3, Guyana on the 19 women, 9 without loss.
That's the first real chance, so to speak. And Mitchell just reaping little rewards from a good bowling effort thus far. Good start. Keeping things quiet for the Guyana under 19 women. Tahal is back. She's driven nicely and goes through the inner ring. It could run away for 4. But a good effort in the field there. Excellent effort. Saving 2.
Yeah, really good effort in the field there from Espinosa. Shows that she's an athlete. Get 2 runs in the end. But it's good to see the fight from the Trinidad and Tobago women on the 19 fielders. Started off pretty well. A poor delivery in that from Amrita Ramtahal. Just need to get it to land just like that. Driven nicely again though, and Espinosa does well at mid-off.
I really like what I'm seeing from the Guyana unit thus far, or more so these two batters at least. They're looking to pick up the singles, and they're looking to find those gaps, Liam. They're looking to bludgeon the ball. When the ball is there to be hit, they're going to put it away. Or they've shown that thus far.
Yeah, they've been really good in between the wickets, as you mentioned. Look at that running again. Hit straight to mid-off, and they were off in a flash for that single. It's good running between the wickets so far in this over, in this game. Just the one boundary so far, but I think they made up for it in the fact that they've ran so well.
So nicely played on the onside. Through that gap there at mid-wicket. Looking for two, and they'll get it quite easily. But just speaking about that running, and they are showing that. They realize that the bowlers are not giving anything away too much. Keeping the ball nice and tight on about that middle and off stump. Sometimes a bit outside the off stump as well. They're respecting that.
Driven again through the covers. This is good batting from the Guyanese openers, and they're going to get two once again.
You're just breaking the risk there, Barcoy, and finding that gap just forward of point. And they've tightened up the offside, the Trinidad and Tobago team. Third and a fine leg. The two fielders outside the inner circle.
Just another delay from the umpires. Not quite sure what this one is about just yet.
Seems to be that they are confirming whether the over is completed or not. So let's say good luck to the West Indies champions team as they get their campaign started in England against Pakistan champions today. Just about an hour's time in Birmingham. Carter, Nevin Stewart, Tino Best, Jerome Taylor, Fidel Edwards, Samuel Badri, Kirk Edwards, Suleiman Ben, and Ashley Nurse, all in the setup. Riyad Emirates as well. He's in the setup.
I think it's going to be exciting to see some of those guys play once again. You know, the likes of Chris Gale, such a box office player back in his day.
Chris Gale with the grey beard. I wonder if he's going to dye the beard for that tournament.
It'll be good to see the coach of the West Indies team back in action as well, Darren Sammy. As the delay is over now, and we have one delivery left in the over. A good over thus far, 8 runs off it. Down the ground, straight to mid-off, and they're going to look for a single chance of a run out. Good through from Espinosa, but they get one. So at the end of over number 4, Guyana under 19, 17 without loss.
I think that Liam should have thrown to the wrong end. I thought that should have been better served throwing to the non-strikers end, but there's a couple of birds flying around the Brandlar Cricket Academy. Word coming to hand is that those birds have been here since inception, since the Brandlar Cricket Academy was built. A couple persons have come in to support both the Guyana team and the Trinidad and Tobago team as well. 3 games on hand today.
It's going to be Mitchell to continue for her 3rd over. Good delivery beating Barkwell outside the off stump.
And she's been much like that all morning, Katie Jazz Mitchell. Of course, she'll have a quota of 4 overs to complete. It's a 20 over affair.
Down the ground again. Fielded as well at mid-off, and away was through in the end, but doesn't cause any more run.
Yeah, the fielding has been quite exceptional this morning. You have to give credit to the Trinidad and Tobago team for that. I think we've seen some good cricket this morning from both the batting team and the bowling team.
Going for the single again. Great running between the wickets. We've seen some really good cricket between both of these sides here.
Yeah, excellent urgency from both Barcoy and Laureen Williams.
Good delivery, right on spot.
And not much you can do with a delivery like that, right up into the block hole, and it was moving as well in the air. Mitchell's bowled 2.3 overs. No wickets to 4 runs.
Excellent start. Katie Jas Mitchell is really an experienced campaigner at this level for Trinidad and Tobago. I think he's been given a role of responsibility now as the vice captain of the team, just to be that helping hand to Samara Ramnath. And I think recently, just right before this tournament began, they had that series against Barbados. That warm-up series, and I think they worked well together. And that's the end of over number 5, and the Guyana under 19 women are 17 without loss. Katie Jas Mitchell, what a spell thus far. 3 overs, 4 runs, no wickets.
Yeah, definitely an excellent spell thus far. 1 more over for her in this match. As you can see, some of the scaffolding that was up for the World Cup is being taken down, and much like they're taking down the scaffolding, Trinidad and Tobago team, they're looking to take a couple of wickets down from the Guyana batting lineup. And in comes the skipper. Looks to be Samara Ramnath coming into the attack. A wicket taker by nature. Let's see what she can do here this morning for her team. The leader taking it into her own hands to make that breakthrough, Liam.
Yeah, I think so, and I think that's what she's good at. She's good at taking wickets. Right on spot.
So it's the first sign of spin this morning.
Just see that looking at play Ramnath with the spin, knows that she's going to turn the ball into the right-handed batters, and they're going across the line. Not sure how much of a good idea that is.
Yeah, certainly that ball was wide outside the off stump. I'm surprised that it wasn't signaled wide as well. Falling just short. There's a chance at the non-striker's end, and she's gone. Barcoy has to go. It was struck straight to the fielder, and I don't think there was a chance for a run at all. Barcoy is off and running. She was sent back by Williams, and all Ramnath had to do was the easy job of knocking off the bails. So that's the first wicket down for Guyana. And that's the first wicket for Trinidad and Tobago.
And you could see, I think what caused that run out there was a bit of pressure. Ramnat came in 3 dot balls in a row. They hit the ball straight to the fielder point and took off looking for that single, because you don't want a build up of dot balls, especially within the power play in a T20 game.
Yep.
So it was excellent bowling from Ramnat and excellent bits of fielding from that fielder point. Good cricket all around, and the breakthrough that Trinidad and Tobago were looking for.
Yeah, definitely so. Barkoi would have looked good at the start. She must be disappointed with that. And of course, she has to go for 9. Barkoi. Ramnat back on the money straight away. And that's what you're going to get from Samara Ramnat. She's going to keep it tight. She's asking you to hit from there.
Another thing with Ramnat is that she gets through her overs quickly, which is always a plus. And appeal for LBW, and given Ramnat strikes again, and Trinidad and Tobago on a roll here.
Now, just speaking about, she'll ask you to hit from there. She invited the batter. Have a look at that. Dead as a die. That's Plummer down a Plummer fixing a pipe, Liam. The umpire raises the finger, and that's a wicket to Samara Ramnat. The second wicket down in quick succession.
And also to note, that is a double wicket maiden for Trinidad and Tobago, and that just shows you the level of Samara Ramnat. She would have played in the Women's CPL last year. She would have played for the West Indies under-19 women. So she brings that wealth of experience, and I think she's going to be really happy with that first over here.
She had that stint with Trinbago Night Riders women's team as well. And Madramuto, well, she was in and she was out. She has to go for a duck. She still offered some water. We've been out there for all of 2 balls.
It's a quite hot day here in South Trinidad. It's good to see the sun out after a couple rainy days around.
Speaking about the skipper coming in and taking it into her own hands to pick up a wicket, and well, she assisted in picking up 2 wickets. 1 brings 2, and that's what happened. So another spinner coming into the attack here now. I'm not a wicket maiden in that over.
Let's go, Brianna. Let's go, Brianna.
18 for the loss of 2 at the end of the power play. 6 overs completed here at the Brian Lara Cricket Academy. Leg spin. And well defended there. Looks to be Williams. Looks to be Brianna Harichan that's coming to the attack. Oh, down the leg side. That's going to be wides. It's going to be runs as well. It's going to be 3 runs added to the tally. New batter coming up here for the Guyana under-19 women's team, Raylana Grimond. She's at the non-strikers end at the moment.
Let's go, Brie. Let's go, Brie.
And that seems to be a drop catch there from the wicket keeper.
Definitely looked to be an outside edge. Let's see. Yeah, certainly looked to be an outside edge there, and put down 2 chances at that. Nicely played out to cover.
This looks like a bit of shielding from Jessica Roscoe there.
Well bowled. Right on the money. That's where Harry Charan wants to hone in on. She wants to live there.
20 without loss. 20 for the loss of 2, sorry. Into over number 7 now. Just one delivery to go from Brianna Haricharan. In the air. Down to that field at mid wicket. Gonna get one. One delivery to go, in fact. Score moves on now to 21 for 2.
Yeah, so Harry Charan has not yet settled in. She served up a couple full tosses. Sent one down the leg side as well. Needs to settle here, Brianna. Harry Charan.
On peel for LBW, but not out, says umpire Denzel James. So that's going to be the end of 7. And Guyana under 19, 21 for 2. Not where they would want to be at this stage of the game.
Yeah, definitely so. And that's, of course, been brought about by good bowling from the opening bowlers, Katie Jazz Mitchell and Amrita Ramtahal at the start. Mitchell, no wickets, 5 runs, no maidens in 3 overs. Amrita Ramtahal, 13 runs coming up from her 2 overs. And Samara Ramnath, of course, 1 wicket in her over.
Yeah, I think she's back into the attack now. And I think at this stage of the game, you just picked up a double wicket maiden. She needs to continue. She needs to go for the kill. Not allow the batters to settle with her. And just try to keep taking wickets. Don't let them get back into the game. You can see a very aggressive field, just one field outside the circle and we're outside the power play. So it just shows you that fear factor that Ramnath brings to play when she has the ball in her hand.
And she's confident in her ability, and I like that.
Good delivery again from Ramnath. I like that she gets through her overs quickly as well. There's no time to settle and think. She's just ready to bowl the other delivery as soon as she's finished with the last one. Doesn't give the batters much time to plan for her even.
Yeah, not much of a long run up as well. Almost a walk up to the crease. Just keeping it quiet, keeping the innings quiet at the moment here, Ramnath. And she'd be looking for support from Harry Charan on the another end there. Looking to cut this time, and not where she would want to be cutting.
5 dot deliveries again, so Ramnath's bowled 11 deliveries thus far. And she's yet to be scored off. 1 delivery to go. Is she going to go 2 maidens in a row here? Yes, she does. A brilliant over once again. So at the end of over number 8, the score remains 21 for 2.
Yeah, the Guyanese, they really want to get on with things in time to come. And in very short time as well. Don't want to leave too much for the back end. And then risk losing too many wickets in clusters as well. That's a view of the Brownlow Cricket Academy. What a spectacular view that is. Blue skies, sun out in all its glory, outfield lush and green and dry. Good pitch as well to work with. Excellent conditions for cricket. Here's Harry Charan, who's back with the ball in hand. Looking to go over the onside. This time is Grimond. Commanders just come to the crease after the fall of the wicket of Madramutu. Went for a duck. Looked to be the googly. The wrong one. And played out to mid-off. Scampers through for a single. Well pitched up. And good feelings there at mid-on. Actually short mid-wicket, that is. Long on field line position. There's a deep mid-wicket and a deep forward square leg. It's also a deep extra cover. So finding the fielders at the moment, not being able to find the gaps, pick those gaps there, Liam, that's a cause for concern.
Yeah, definitely. And you know what pressure brings wickets. We saw that in Ramnath's first over. And I think it's just a matter of time before the Guyanese batters are going to have to take a risk to find runs. And that's where Trinidad and Tobago need to step in and take their chances.
Yeah, certainly. Guyanese team need to break the shackles.
Looking at cut there and another dot delivery. So at the end of over number 9, score is 22 for 2. 1 run up that Harry Trinidad over.
Well, Samara Ramnath, who's bowling from the northern end, she is, of course, she has bowled 2 maidens already. There's a look at the flags. Trinidad and Tobago flag and the Guyana flag fluttering in the breeze, and also the T20 World Cup flag.
Quite sure why that's still there.
Memories?
Could be. At the end of 8 overs, no, you might just be seeing 16 without loss at 4, but 9 overs are gone. 22 for 2. Ramnath, 2 overs, 2 maidens. 1 wicket, no runs. See a change in bowling now. It's going to be Samira Naidu. Another wrist spinner. A good start there. Dot delivery to start.
Sure, it's a proud moment for all the parents and family members and everyone who have come in and who have played a major part in the careers thus far of these young women, to see them, you know, at this level, at the regional level. This one struck in the air down to deep mid-wicket. Only one. This must be frustrating for the Guyana team.
It's a good do from Trinidad and Tobago women's team as we see Jessica Roscoe out there down at deep mid wicket. Not going to be long before we see her with the ball in hand. Another handy leg spinner.
Oh, that's a wayward delivery. This could run away for 5 wides. It won't do.
And work for more hit there down that short fine leg. That does well in the end. It's going to be wide +2. So, not what you want after 2 maidens coming off this end.
Yeah, definitely. This end has really not held up the pressure that much. Harry Charan bowled a couple wayward deliveries, but she's settled nicely. On the other end, that one played out to Katie Jazz Mitchell, who of course still has 2 overs, actually 1 over remaining. Amrita Ramtahal has 2.
2 for Ramnath as well. 2 for Hari Charan. So good delivery from Naidu there.
And every delivery that is bowled here by the Trinidad and Tobago bowlers is being appreciated and applauded by all of the supporters and everyone in the dugout of the Trinidad and Tobago team. Struck away hard, and Roscoe dives across the left and does well. To the right rather, and gets it in quickly.
Jessica Roscoe is one of those players she's been putting in a lot of work recently on her game. You could see that she's improved tremendously throughout the last year.
Too short, too wide, crash straight into the cover fielder. That could be a bit painful there. Struck right on the inside of that right leg. And you can see she is in some discomfort at the moment.
Well, that's going to be the end of over number 10. And there's going to be time for a drinks break. You can see all the teammates of that fielder they're getting around not to make sure she's okay. So we're going to take a short break. And we're going to be right back with some more after the drinks break.
Well, welcome back to the action here at the Brown Cricket Academy. Of course, it's game number 1 of the CWI Rising Stars Women's Under-19 Championship. It's the T20 affair. Trinidad and Tobago, of course, in the first game against Guyana. It's 28 for 2 after 10. Roscoe comes into the attack, the leg spinner. And she replaces Brianna Haricharan from the southern end. Seems to be bowling to Lorraine Williams. Oh, this one is struck into the air, but well short of the deep mid-wicket fielder. And they only have to settle for one here, the Guyanese batters. And it's been all but slow going this morning for them. Samara Ramnath coming in, striking early in her very first over. Surprised that she took herself off the attack already.
Jessica Roscoe, though, she's another wicket taker. She's you see, any time that a bowler comes on and it's a wrist spinner, you always tend to feel like something's gonna happen. They're gonna take wickets or they're gonna go. So I'm a bit too wide from Roscoe.
I think that's the third wide of the innings from Jessica Roscoe. Oh, that's well bowled. Excellent. Just on about the off stump, but again, the batter not moving that front foot at all. 31 for 2.
Well bowled, Cass. Well bowled, Cass.
Swan is into the air, could be out, but out of the reach of the fielder. Did that go all the way? Yes, it did. That's the first 6 of the tournament, the first 6 of the morning. Have a look at it. Well pitched up by Roscoe and struck high and handsome. Lovely shot. Well, much needed 6 there from the bat of Rialana Grimond. This time using a fade. This one is struck all the way. No. One bounce into the boundary for 4.
So it seems that the Guyanese batters have had a spike of energy after that drinks break there. They're on the attack, taking on Jessica Roscoe. And 10 runs in 2 deliveries. So that is going to be the end of over number 11. A big over in the end.
Just looking to add some impetus to the innings there. It's Grimond and Laureen Williams. 43 for the loss of 2.
12 run over there. I think, it's nice to see the growth of women's cricket around not just the Caribbean but the world. You see test matches being played now for the first time as we see Naidu come back into the attack here. Thought they were to start.
Yeah, that's a good point, Liam. We have seen that India-South Africa series, the wealth of runs that was scored across there. Shafali Verma getting a double 100 for India. Into the air, well wide of the fielder. Mitchell has some work to do. Yeah, and it just goes to show how much work these girls are putting in, the organizations of the different countries. They're putting in the good work. And on that note, we say congrats as well to the West Indies Cricket Board. Cricket West Indies, that is, for, always investing in the youngsters, be it men or women, Liam.
Yeah, 100%. And I think they've put the right people in the right places. I think having Marissa Aguilera as the tournament director, I think that's a step in the right direction. Someone who's been through it, who's played at all levels for West Indies women. It's been so successful, World Cup champion as well. In the air again, down to Roscoe at deep mid wicket. Yeah, I think it's good for these girls to have so many positive mentors to look up to. I think Trinidad and Tobago has produced some spectacular women's players over the years. Even Guyana as well. It's good. And it's good to see more of these youth tournaments being played around the Caribbean now.
Yeah, just looking at the wealth of spinners that Trinidad and Tobago has in their armory, and the wealth of spinners that has been born over the last couple of years in these youth tournaments. They really need to look up to persons like Anisa Mohammed, Afi Fletcher, all of these players who have done so well for West Indies cricket. Down the leg side, that's going to be wide.
I think if you look at women's cricket now, I think probably one of the top 3 players in the world is Healy Matthews, and
Yep.
she's been so consistent. I think something about 14 out of her last 15 T20s she was man of the match in. So it just shows you that there's so much talent in the Caribbean, and there's so much for these girls to live up to, and they're getting an opportunity to play a lot of cricket at a young age, which is something that the likes of Healy Matthews or Anissa Mohammed, Mirza Aguilera, they would not have had the same opportunity.
Yep.
So it's a step in the right direction, as I said, and it's really, really good to see.
I think it's a good time to say good morning to the president of the Cricket West Indies. That's Dr. Kishore Shallow. Mr. Azim Bashrat as well, the VP, the vice president. They are doing human service for cricket in the West Indies.
Let's go, Mohit. Let's go, Mohit.
Mohit is going to come into the attack. Another spinner introduced by the Trinidad and Tobago team. So they're getting through their overs quickly here, Liam.
Yes, they are. It's going to be Mohit for the first time, just as you mentioned. And beats everyone. Mohit could have had a wicket of her first delivery there. Jessica Roscoe pulling out the big dive, but the ball seemed to have stopped.
Excellent delivery. That would have went straight into the buckets of the first slip fielder had there been one. Oh my.
Cut away
Cutting.
down to the fielder at deep extra cover. They're going to look for 2 and they get 1 in the end.
You know, you're speaking about how the women's game is evolving, and not just international cricket. We are seeing numerous franchise tournaments for women, giving them every opportunity.
Yes, Samira. Yes, Samira.
Quick single here being taken. That's good urgency. So we are seeing some, patches of intent here from the Guyanese batters. They're looking to take the attack to the bowlers now. And with 8 wickets in hand, Liam, I think, why not? This one is into the air, and Mohit is going towards it and dropped short. And he's gone! Well. How funny is that?
Well, a brilliant bit of work in the end from Mohit. Let's have a look at this again. Was not able to complete the catch, but a direct hit. The wicketkeeper was sat on the floor, so you had to hit there. If you didn't hit, might have been 4 runs.
Yep.
Women, giving them every opportunity.
What happened was that the ball went straight up into the air.
Single here
Mohit
being
was
taken.
going for the catch. In the end, colliding with the batter. And the batter is still on the floor.
What happened was that the ball went.
The wicket keeper as well was going for the catch. And in the end, Mohit had the ball in hand. 3 stumps to aim at. And well, she completed the job. Looks to be Rilana Grimmond who has to go. A very unfortunate dismissal as well, having collided with the bowler. Really wondering if Samara Ramnath is going to bowl out her remainder of her spell. The chance of her repeating a Lucky Ferguson feat that happened just a couple of weeks ago here against Papua New Guinea for New Zealand. 3 wickets, no runs, 4 maidens and 4 overs.
I think it'll be a long time before you see something like that again in international cricket,
Well,
especially.
she's already bowled 2 maidens. Oh, this is very unfortunate here for Grimmond. Sad to see. And she has to walk off like this. And also having to go out after being dismissed. One would hope that she recovers well and she's fit and ready to go for, if not the remainder of this game, but for the remainder of the tournament. Two more deliveries remaining in the over of Mohit. Down the leg side, that's going to be wide. Not where Mohit wants to be. Meanwhile, Carlos Brathwaite, he's still hitting sixes on the big screen.
I think that's going to be around, I think that one there is going to be number 55 for the morning. Down the leg side again.
I want to close off this over, Mohit. Don't want to allow this over to go any longer. Those extra deliveries as well. Here's the dismissal. 3 stumps to aim at Mohit, and that she did. Short in the air. Down to mid-off. A chance for a run out at the non-striker's end. But I think she's home safely there, Lauren Williams.
It is really good work though again in the field.
Actually, that's Anaya Lachman was running to the non-striker's end. Oh, that's good there from Mohit. That would complete the over. That's the end of 13 now. Zahira Mohit with a good over. Despite those 2 wides, it's 51 for 2 after 13. Looks to be Jessica Roscoe is going to continue. Actually, it's Naidu. Samira Naidu is going to take up the attack from the northern end. So Roscoe, after going for 10 or 12 actually in her last over, in her first over that is, she's been replaced by Samira Naidu. Naidu has bowled 2 overs, none for 10.
Come over.
Slow, just outside the off stump. And 7 overs remaining in this innings. And I just want to look to get up to 100 if they can. That psychological figure of 100, they can fight with that. Pulling, finds the field at short mid wicket. Yes, they'll actually give their bowlers something to work with if they can get up to that mark of 100. well pitched up, well flighted as well from Naidu. And looking to sweep, there was Lachman missing out. But there is protection on the onside. There's a deep backward square leg. Deep mid wicket and a long on. It's also a deep extra cover on the offside. Wide outside the off stump, and the umpire gets a chance to stretch his arms once more. Down the ground, into the air, one bounce. Well, actually, a couple bounces to the fielder. To take that catch, he would have had a lot of work to do there. Only one. Intent being shown here by Lachman.
I think they need to get a move on. Just a few of us left. Down the ground again. Fielders out there. Drops it. And they're going to get two in the end as well.
Well, that was struck really hard there, Liam. Here's a look at it again. Full toss, flat, and hard down to Amrita Ramtahal. Looked to be an easy catch to me, but it was spilled in the end. This weather, you don't want to be spilling anything. I'm not going to spill my beverage in this weather.
Again, this time one bounce, two bounces to the fielder there at mid-off.
Yeah, barring that drop catch, Liam, the fielding has been really good from Trinidad and Tobago. So a rare mess up in the field there for Trinidad and Tobago. .55 for the loss of 3 after 14.
It's going to be Zahira Moit to continue from the southern end here at the Brown Cricket Academy.
Let's go, Z.
Stadium is in pristine condition after T20 World Cup. A lot of renovations were done and the stadium is back to its best. Got delivery to start this over from Zahira Moit. Looking at the bowling so far, Moit first over just 5 runs. Roscoe 1 over for 12. Naidu 3 overs for 15 so far. This time
Yeah, man, Paul.
swung away down to deep backward square for a single. Brianna Harichan 2 overs for 4. Ramnath 2 overs, 2 maidens, no runs, 1 wicket. Rita Ramtahal 2 overs for 13, and Katie Jazz Mitchell, who started things off well this morning, 3 overs, none for 5. In the air, chance of a catch again. Oh, a brilliant effort from the fielder at mid-off, but unable to complete the catch. What an effort that was. Let's have a look at it again.
That's Ramtahal having another chance there, but what an effort this was. Full length dive, in and out. It's always difficult when you're diving forward, Liam.
Yeah, I think if you have to be overly critical here, the one thing that Trinidad and Tobago have not done well is catch. But the ground fielding has been superb. As that one is just a single. Yeah, the fielding on the ground has been excellent. And testament to that, they've picked up 2 runouts out of the 3 wickets to fall.
On the leg side there, looking at the umpire, see whether or not she's gotten something onto it, and she has. No wide signal.
And speaking of their fielders, I think they would have wanted to have a fielder like Katie Jazz Mitchell in that position there. That's where you want all your catches going.
Well, Mohit has spilled a couple deliveries down that leg side. I'd like to have a look at what she may be doing wrong here. Mohit. I think too much wrong. This one played out to deep mid wicket. Only a single, I think. Guyana, they will be looking for more than that. That completes the over from Mohit. Remember, it's the Cricket West Indies Rising Stars on the 19 Women's Championship. And there's the wonderful Branlar Cricket Academy. Some work being done to the right of us. Being done on the western end of the ground.
Looks like another change here. Might Brianna Harry back into the attack. I think it is. In the air again, fielders coming in, and the misfield on the boundary. That one is going to run into the boundary for 4.
Looks to be Kanika Kasa making a mess of that one. She didn't come in to take the catch, and in the end she made a mess of it. It was through her and into the boundary for 4. A welcome boundary in the end for Guyana.
Yeah, they need a lot more where that came from. It's in the air, high in the air. The fielder's coming in, a chance for a catch, and she's overran it. And it's now gone into the boundary for 4. Trinidad and Tobago letting it slip through their hands here after a wonderful start.
Runs coming thick and fast now for Guyana. High into the air. And again, the fielder this time not doing the right thing. Overrunning that one and overhead into the boundary. So seeing some field changes being made now. Some fielders being swapped around. Katie Jazz Mitchell has now been sent down to that long on position. This one shot into the air down to deep mid wicket. Chance for a run out at the striker's end, but a poor throw in the end.
Down to deep mid wicket this time. Some work for Roscoe to do. And a misfield from Jessica Roscoe as well is all going wrong for Trinidad and Tobago here.
Have a look at this. 3 misfields in the over. That would have brought about boundaries. Oh, as easy as you like. There from Roscoe. And it was through her. So 3 boundaries coming off 3 misfields, and that's not going to be good. That's, well, we already know who's not going to be happy about that. Brianna Harichan, that has dented the figures a lot. Could have been a chance for a run out there at the non-striker's end, but Ramnath not picking up cleanly. So this over still continues. .78 for 3 now. There's a 17 over being bowled. Cut away to that fielder at backward point. That's Ramnath. So that completes 17. 78 for the loss of 3.
Somebody gotta come here. Jess, you wanna come here? You go there.
Ramnath, the skipper, is going to come back into the attack from the southern end.
Yeah, she would have bowled her first 2 overs from the northern end, 2 overs on 2 maidens. So interesting to see the change, but taking responsibility.
Well, I think we're going to see Ramnath, Mitchell, Ramnath. That's going to be the last 3 overs, Liam.
Oh, just out of the reach of Samara Ramnath, and that is going to be the first runs of the spell. Lucky Ferguson would be watching in New Zealand and smiling.
We're not going to see a repeat of that. But good bowling nonetheless from Ramnath. This one into the air, down to the field, and long on. Couple of bounces to her.
Good work from Mitchell. I think she realized early on that she couldn't get into the catching zone of that one, so just decided to make sure she stops the boundary.
Again, they're going for everything now, it seems.
Inside there.
Finding the fielders on every occasion. Really. Even when they find the fielders, they're finding the boundaries, Liam. On the last over.
Like to say good afternoon to the family of Samara Ramnath, her brother Rajiv, who's getting ready for the Dream 11 T10 Blast. It's always around, they're big supporters of women's cricket in Trinidad and Tobago. In the air, chance of a wicket, dropped again.
Back up.
Ramnath is not happy with that. Seemed to be a relatively easy catch running in from, I think that's Espinosa out there. And putting it down in the end. Ramnath could have had a second wicket there.
Another chance goes a begging. And with the Guyanese team looking to go after the bowling now, Liam, you're going to expect chances coming. And you'd want to take those chances. That brings an end to another Ramnath over. That's 3. She is bowled now. A chance going to beg in the over. It is, well, I'm sure that's not the score. 79 for 3 isn't the score at the moment.
Well, it's not going to be Katie Jas Mitchell, which is a bit surprising. Samara Ramnath's older brother, Rajiv Ramnath, we just mentioned, he would have played for the Trinidad and Tobago under 19 team. Captain the team in 2022 as well. He's now over age. He's moved on to playing for the Marching Patriots in Premiership 1 in Trinidad and Tobago Club Cricket. A brilliant diving stop from Jessica Roscoe there. And she stops runs. Excellent work in the field from Roscoe.
Well, to me, she came off the ground for at least a second there. It's excellent fielding. Casa does well this time.
I think we've seen that all afternoon from Trinidad, or morning in fact from Trinidad and Tobago. They've been excellent in terms of the ground fielding, barring that one mistake from Roscoe in the last over. And I think when the ball's up in the air, I think that's what's caused some problems for them.
Yeah, they're not judging the ball well. This one edged past the wicketkeeper Ruben. And surprisingly, we haven't seen a slip all inning.
Yeah, not even from the first ball. We've yet to see Samara Ramnath get that slip in play.
Something that really surprised me, even for the spinners, even for Samara Ramnath. We didn't see a slip fielder. Short and pulling, but quicker delivery there from Harry Chan, it seemed. I think Ramnath would have opted to go for the slower bowler, just maybe thinking that the Guyanese would have appreciated pace on the ball a bit more, hence not using Mitchell.
In the air again. This time a couple bounces down to KD Jazz Mitchell. I think you're right. I think the way that the Guyanese batters have gone about it in the last probably 4 or 5 overs, I think maybe that extra pace that KD Jazz Mitchell brings in could result in some boundaries. So smart thinking from Ramnath.
Roscoe does well at short mid wicket.
I think Roscoe seemed to be down on the ground there before the ball even came out of the bowler's hand. Good anticipation there. That's going to bring us to the end of over number 19. 1 over to go now, and it looks like it's going to be Ramnath, the skipper, to finish things off here.
ICC T20 World Cup flag. Getting an extra vacation up on that pool there at the Branlar Cricket Academy. And beautiful scenery just behind that of the hills and valleys of the Southland as the final over gets started here. Ramnath continues. This is going to be a last over. Well, actually, this is the second to last over. It's 85 for 3, 86 now for 3.
Good try, Sam. Good try,
Underscore
Sam.
Roscoe is usually one of the better fielders around. She's not had the greatest of days. She's been good at times. She's been good inside the circle, I think. I think when she's been out on the outfield, she's not been as good. In the air. Fielder coming in. Just allowing it to...
You see, and also with that happening of, you know, the occasional overrunning of the ball, fielders now opting to hang back.
Chance for stumping and given. Ramnath strikes. She gets her second wicket and she continues to show that the level that she's on is just so much above at this point in time. What a bit of work there from Samara Ramnath.
Excellent work from the wicketkeeper Ruben as well. Whipping off the bails just in the nick of time there. And the batter has to go. So a good wicket, a timely wicket here for Trinidad and Tobago. These two were looking really good. Crystal Durant, the new batter coming out, number 23. Ramnath got some extra bounce on that delivery. Ruben did well to hold on to it. Early and whipping off the bails. Quick hands there from wicketkeeper Ruben.
Brianna Haricharan would have been selected at that women's T20 team in back in February. Or was it? It was earlier this year in St. Kitts. She was the youngest player around. She bowled well today. I think that last over, unfortunately for her, there were a lot of misfields. Not helping her figures, but she was really good. You can see that there's something special about her. She's a good young cricketer. In the air again. This time they're gonna just have to settle for the single. So that is gonna be the end of Ramnath's spell. A top spell in the end from the skipper Samara Ramnath, leading from the front. I think at the end of her 4 overs, 2 maidens 11 runs, 2 wickets. What a spell.
Yeah, brilliant bowling from the skipper, setting the example for all of the bowlers around her. Both herself and KD Jazz Mitchell as well, doing just that, leading the way, what you would expect them to do, having come a long way thus far. And well, guess what? Speaking about KD Jazz Mitchell, here she comes. She's going to be right in, bowling that final over. And after she's watched what Ben Stokes has suffered on the big screen for the last 3 or 4 hours, I'm not too sure what she would be thinking. $90 for 4. They've come a long way, Guyana.
Yeah, I think it was just 29 for the loss of 2, or 31 for the loss of 2 at the end of 10. So a big comeback. In the air, high in the air. KD Jazz Mitchell once said, Roscoe once said, they collide. And I think that was always supposed to be KD Jazz Mitchell's catch. Unfortunately, though, it seems that Roscoe's taken a hit to the head there.
Yeah, this could be very nasty here. Let's have a look at that again. Don't think any of them called for it. And in the end, looked to be Roscoe's head into the chest of Mitchell. Well, well, well. Good to see her back up on her feet, though.
She's going to have to go through the concussion protocols, but she seems to be okay just for now.
Another drop catch in the process.
I think poor communication there. KD Jazz Mitchell was calling for it, and I think it was her catch in the end. Glad to see that both are okay though.
One run in the process as well, added to the tally.
Going up for that Yorker leg delivery. Misfield again. Great work there from Espinoza. A misfield from the long on fielder, just overrunning it a bit. And Espinoza did really well to back her up there. Covered a lot of ground from down at long off.
Yeah, good work. Good teamwork there. Man Paul. Just missing it.
Chance for run out. And comedy of errors there. Threw at the wrong end from the field out. Short fine leg. And Ruben just unable to get the ball out of her hands in time.
Had Duran gotten that anywhere closer to the left or right of the fielder, that could have been 4.
Good delivery from KD Jazz Mitchell. They're going to go. Roscoe wants to run out and does not get it. Good work from Roscoe.
Yeah, she's done really well in the inner ring, as you mentioned.
I think operating there at that short mid-wicket area, short cover is where she's been at her best.
First game of the tournament, I think the coaches will be making a note of all of what happened thus far.
Got delivery from KD Jazz Mitchell.
And especially, of course, getting some game time now with these players. Of course, they would have gotten some in those warm-up matches against Barbados. But this tells a different story. It's a high-stake tournament. Pressure on the players as well, Liam.
In the air again. Ramnath's not going to drop that. And that is, in fact, that's not Ramnath. Looks like Harry Charan. So that is going to be the end of the innings at the end of over number 20. Final score here at the Brown Arrow Cricket Academy is 94 for 5. Katie Jazz Mitchell, 4 overs, 1 wicket, 9 runs. Amrita Ramtaral, 2 overs, none for 13. Ramnath, 4 overs, 2 maidens, 2 wickets, 11 runs. Haricharan, 4 overs, none for 23. Naidu, 3 overs, none for 15. Roscoe, just the 1 over for 12. And Zahira Moit, 2 overs, none for 11. The pick of the batters for Guyana under 19 women, the skipper, Reliania Grimond, 28 of 37 with 2 fours and a 6. And Nyla Lachman in the end, 25 of 27. So that is going to be all from us here for the first half of the innings. The first half of this game, 98 for 5. So Trinidad and Tobago require 99 for victory.
Welcome back to the Brandlar Cricket Academy. It's match day number 1 of the CWI Rising Stars Women's Under-19 Championship. And of course, if you're now joining us on the Windies cricket platform, Guyana would have been sent in by Samara Ramnath and the Trinidad and Tobago Under-19 team after they won the toss this morning. And they would have amassed 94 for 5 at the end of 20. So Trinidad and Tobago women on the 19 team, they require 95 runs of victory. Alongside me for this first 5 overs of this innings, Kadir Mohammed joins me.
Good afternoon, Visham. Good afternoon, viewers. Yeah, 95 to get here for the TNT Under-19 women to register first victory in this T20 tournament. And looking to open the bowling here for Guyana. It looks to be Hadat. Trisha Hadat. And opening the batting for TNT looks to be Captain Ramnath. And her opening partner, just confirming that for you, it's number 50, that's Amrita Ramtahal. So those two looking to set TNT off and running here.
Oh, that's a delivery. That's getting some movement outside the off stump there. Something like what we saw from Katie Jazz Mitchell at the start of the first innings.
Yeah, definitely some movement there for Hadat early on from the southern end. Just needs to get it a bit closer. There's a slip in place. Your thoughts on how the TNT team went about in their first half of this encounter, Bisham?
I thought it was a tale of early both halves as well, Kadir. You know, we saw some good fielding, some good ground fielding, but they're not been able to take their catches, crucial intervals. It's a full toss, driven nicely down the ground, straight to mid-off.
Yeah, good work in the outfield again, good ground fielding from Guyana. Yeah, we saw some good ground fielding from the TNT outfit. A couple of chances that went a begging. Ramnath, though, you feel is the key here for TNT.
Yeah, Ramnath would have had a 67 in one of the warm-up matches against Barbados. Full toss, pulled away, and she's gone. Just speaking about Ramnath being a pivotal figure in this batting lineup, and just like that, she's been dismissed. Well, a full toss. And it's always difficult to put away those. What a good sharp catch taken there at short mid-wicket.
Yeah, not the way that Ramnath would have wanted to go. A full delivery, and all she could have done was hit it to Madramutu at short mid-wicket, who took a sharp catch. And that's the end of Ramnath for no score. TNT now 1 for 1.
What a big start this is for Guyana. And in walks the wicketkeeper batter, Ruben, number 4. And this 94 could pose a challenge, you know, Kadir. It may seem like a small total, but in this contest, it can really pose a challenge, especially with the bowling that Guyana possesses. Ramnath, dejected and disappointed, she has to go without scoring.
Yeah, so excellent start here for Guyana women as they make early inroads into the TNT batting lineup. Katrina Ruben is the new batter, right-hander. This one is down the leg side, and Ruben is getting some bat on it. And it looks as though she has gotten off the mark now. In fact, it's a leg by signaled by the umpire. Another extra to the total.
Yeah, yet a run to come off the bat here for TNT. It's going to be Amrita Ramtahal. She didn't have a good day in the field.
When you look around at the Guyana under 19 women, Bisham, you see a lot of young ladies that would have represented Guyana's senior team. Had it been one of them, it's another full delivery. Yeah, had it been one of them, Nia Lutchman, another also, skipper Grimmond.
Yep.
So a lot of experience at this level could prove to be very, very crucial in the way, by way of outcome of this one.
Oh, that's an excellent delivery from Harder. And we saw that a lot from her with the senior team. Those deliveries, she bowls sharply on about that middle off stump that's moving. I think, Ram Tahal would be better served coming forward. She's not a bowler with a lot of pace, Harder. Looking to sneak one through between bat and pad at the end of one. It's 2 for 1.
Brilliant start from Trisha Harat and the Guyana under 19 women, picking up that big wicket of Samara Ramna, the captain of the TNT women. Now it's up to Ramtahal and Ruben.
Yeah, that's an excellent first over from Trisha Hadat. A lot of work to be done by the scaffolding organizers to the right of us on the western end of the ground, and a lot of work to be done by Trinidad and Tobago women on the 19 team here. There's good old Mr. Kelvin Keller Williams.
Yeah, he's always present. Kelvin Williams, love his commitment. A lot of good things with these young ladies.
When we speak about commitment, his name is right up there when it comes to cricket and commitment. The 2 C's and commitment in cricket.
So Crystal Durant from this northern end with new ball. Another seam-up option.
I think it's a CCC, Kadir. Commitment, cricket, and cricket West Indies.
Yeah, definitely a combination of C's that is very crucial in the development of this women's game.
Field changes being made here now. That short backward square leg fielder comes around into a short extra cover position, just stocking up the offside. Durant it is. Looking to cut. Not making contact.
A bit of bounce that time. And so Durant working to the plan. Skipper stacked the offside field. Just 3 on the leg side. That's a deep fine leg. Short mid wicket and the mid on.
You don't want to get too wide as well though. You want to stick just outside that off stump. Don't want to give Ruben any room to free your arms. Umpire is just having a word with each other.
All set to go once more. Still the slip in place. I like this from Grimmond.
On the leg side, not being able to capitalize on that there, Ruben. So wide nonetheless though.
Yeah, good cleaning up from the wicketkeeper, also preventing the extra run. 3 for 1 it is.
Seen a couple supporters have turned up, the families of the players. A couple of persons who have flown in from Guyana as well to support the Guyana team.
Just overcompensating now here, Durant. 1 wide down the leg side this time. Wide outside the off stump. It's a gentle breeze blowing from left to right on your screen. This time again down the leg side.
And that's 3 wides on the trot.
Yeah.
A hat trick of wides here from Durant. And a hat trick that a bowler would welcome. All of a sudden it's 5 for 1.
Speaking of hat tricks, they just concluded T20 World Cup. So Pat Cummins with unprecedented 2 hat tricks in a ICC T20 World Cup.
Yeah, I really saw some magnificent performances in that tournament. Liam and I were speaking about that. Wow, that's that spell from Lucky Ferguson. I'm looking for the word to describe that spell. It's simply unbelievable. 3 wickets, no runs in 4 overs, Kadir.
Absolutely miserly from Lucky Ferguson. Happened right here at the Brian Lara Cricket Academy as well.
It's Papua New Guinea.
Sweeping away this time is Ruben. He's going to get some runs here. Work for harder to do. Comes around nicely. And a couple of runs to Katrina Ruben. Gets her off the mark.
First runs off the bat as well for the Trinidad and Tobago women's team. Was there to be hit. Ruben could consider herself unlucky. He actually got a bit more back onto that. That would have raced away for 4. Hadat had a lot of work to do. A lot of ground to cover.
Coming back into the pads of Ruben. Comes off the inner half. And no signal from, in fact, belated signal of leg byes from the umpire.
And that one would have been tealing down the leg side regardless. Stifled appeal in the end. You could have seen the wicketkeeper shuffling across the leg side as well.
Right arm over.
And that, more often than not gives an indication of where the ball is heading, Kadir.
Yeah, definitely. And so the left-handed Ramtahar. Left-right combination here for TNT. This is good. Played nicely but can't get a single. End of 2. 8 for 1. TNT women.
Yeah, and what needs to be done here, what we'd have seen in the Guyana batting innings, we'd have seen them looking to take the singles and just noodle the ball into the gaps and pick up those easy runs when the boundary is not coming. So I think this is something for the Trinidad and Tobago team to look at and look to do the same.
Yeah, they've got to capitalize on this first 6 overs. Power play overs, just 2 fielders outside the circle at the moment. Third man and fine leg. TNT team here should. Loud appeal from Hadat and finger goes up. Hadat striking again. Ruben has to go leg before for 2. TNT women now in all sorts of trouble here at 8 for 2.
Trapped on the crease there. She didn't move a muscle, only moved the bat. And well, she was struck on the partner and looked dead there, Kadir.
Yeah, definitely. Again, we see Hadat this time. That ball shaping back into Ruben. Previously, we saw it leave right-hander. Showing that she has some ways here to work with. Hadat picks up her second wicket.
Harry Chan has to go for a golden duck.
In fact, it's Ruben.
Oh, it's Ruben actually.
Yeah, Brianna Harricher and the new batter to the crease.
Ruben, after looking good in a short stay at the crease, she has to go. So Harry Chan, the new batter. Ramtahal yet to get off the mark. Hard at striking. Had a good first over. Coming back in immediately and striking again.
All that with 2 wickets. Just 1 conceded. Eight for 2. Harricher on another right-hander. This time again another loud appeal. And this time just going down leg side, Visham, but Guyana is on the money here.
Yeah, she's getting that ball to move sharply as we said, and she's pitching it right up there, which makes it very difficult for the batters, especially if they've never faced this kind of bowling before. This could be out. She's given. That's a third for Hadat. And Hadat is definitely making it a hard task here for the Trinidad and Tobago women's team. That's 3 down in quick succession. 8 for 3. Kadir, there you go.
Harricher again caught on the crease. And plumb in front. Haddad with a third, second in the over. And all of a sudden, TNT now are 8 for 3. Just halfway through over number 3.
Well, Trisha Haddad, you beauty. This is some spell thus far. She's only into her second over. Already 3 for 1. 8 for 3, Trinidad and Tobago. And well, they are on the back foot. And they are committing the cardinal sin of playing on the back foot as well to the seamers. My oh my.
Yeah, that movement though, that Haddad is getting, not a lot of pace as you mentioned. But what she's doing, she's using the breeze to her advantage here, Trisha Haddad. And it's proving to be very, very difficult for the TNT batters. Kanika Casa. Now, left-hander.
She can strike the ball, Kanika Casa. She played the last tourney. Here's Haddad. Would have liked to see another full delivery right up there, giving Casa something to think about. But it's just a delivery outside the off stump. Plays it quite easily.
When you look at the required run rate though, Visham, it's not alarming at this stage. 87 needed from 104.
Not at all.
This could be dangerous here. Casa had to hurry. I think the girls were preoccupied with appealing. And so another leg bite to the total.
Well, almost all of Haddad's deliveries in this over struck the part of the batters.
I like what I'm seeing though from Trisha Haddad. She's showing that the bit of experience that she would have gotten playing at the higher level, just to making the step down, and she's showing that she's learned a thing or two.
Down the leg side this time. Adjusting to the left-hander well. Both left-handers out there now. She's bowling to the right-handers really well, so she just needs to adjust a little bit to the left-handers. At the end of the third over, it's 10 for 3. Ramnath going without scoring. Ruben had 2 of 7, and Harry Charan, she went without scoring as well. All victims of Trisha Haddad.
Haddad 2 overs, 1 for 3 wickets for 1 run. Absolutely brilliant at this stage.
Losing 3 wickets in a power play career is always going to make your chase difficult. Not just your chase, if you're a team looking to set a target as well, it's always going to make your job a bit difficult. It puts pressure on the middle order and that lower middle order as well.
Right hand over.
The likes of KD Jazz Mitchell to come. Naidu, Mohit, or Roscoe. One of these guys still in the shed.
Bowling change here now from the southern end. Looks to be Daniel Mans for the sign of spin. Mans from the northern end. Leg spinner. Starts with a wide delivery.
What I didn't see do in the first innings was a lot of turn on this surface for the spinners.
Sliding that one across, just playing with that wide line. Mans. First legal delivery of her spell. In the air, just past the short cover. Down to long off. And so Ramtahal finally gets off the mark.
Bit of a lackadaisical effort there at a short cover. Just stretch the arms out.
I only think Lachman is still to come. Now Lachman, another leg break option. pretty decent as well. When you think that she still has her 4 overs.
She would have done really well in St. Kitts in that senior women's championship. 50 over leg of things. Wide signal by the umpire. 2 wides already from Danelli Mans. The Mamchan strides into the commentary booth. Very serious face he has on there now. With 13 for 3. Trinidad and Tobago. Turn the way. Could get 1. They were on the first one hard. They could have gotten 2 there. But being a bit reserved now, Kadir, having lost 3 quick wickets.
Yeah, rightly so. Got to consolidate here now. Got to form a partnership. Want to be exposing that middle to lower order too early. Still 81 needed.
Mans is looking to slide the ball across the left-hander. Of course, looking to get that ball to spin back into the left-handers. However, not much turn on offer. Not too sure if she would want to come round the wicket to close up that angle just a bit.
Again, taking off late for the single and looking to come back for 2 here. This could be dangerous. And in the end, the Casa had to scramble home. Did so. And so score moves on to 16 for 3 at the end of 4.
Yeah, I thought that the throw wasn't a good one. Wasn't a forceful throw of sorts. So it gave Casa that time to reach back home just in time. Hadat is going to continue, and why not? I'm sure Kadir Mohammed would have had a difficult time facing Trisha Hadat had he been out there. Here she is, down the leg side, so she needs to adjust here, Kadir, to the left-handers. Maybe you could have given her some practice this morning. That would have been a horrible sight, though, for you. Your stumps would have been all over the place. Anyways.
Why are you changing up the rules, though? Puzzles me. Meanwhile, Hadat to start her 3rd over. Starts with a wide delivery, and now this time on the money. Hadat striking. Casa has to go. Poles all over the place. TNT now 17 for 4. Casa gone for 1.
Well, Hadat wrecking havoc here at the Brandlar Cricket Academy. That's 4 now to her. Here we go. Well pitched up. There's not much you can do with those. And well. My oh my, that's the 4th nail in the coffin of Trinidad and Tobago Red Force. And all those nails would have been put in by Trisha Hadat. 17 for 4 now. Casa has to go. And well, I think it's safe to say it's a Casa moment for Trinidad at the moment.
Again, playing from the crease. Another TNT batter. And needed to get that front foot forward. Not able to get to the pitch of delivery. And again, Hadat using that bit of movement to her advantage once more. And so what she's doing well here too is she's bowling wicket to wicket. When she's not getting the leg befores, she's getting the ball in this occasion.
In comes Delanis Espinoza. She has a job and a half on her hands. 78 required from 95. Oh, Hadat almost sneaking through again there. Heart in mouth situation there for Guyana. And more so Trinidad and Tobago as well. They're still clapping. They're still urging on their team. And why not?
Brilliant again from Hadat. She's causing all sorts of problems here for these TNT women. Ramtahal has been there from the start.
Nicely played.
Yeah, and just like that, you see, she was getting that front foot out in front, playing in front of her. That's what you want to see.
Could you imagine? It's only the third over. 4 for 3. Well. On the leg side.
Things that Visham Lalman could only dream about.
Dreams do come true, though. That's what I can tell you. But I see your stumps all over the place on a daily basis. I'm sure you're not dreaming about that. 19 for 4. Oh, that's not going to be out. It's going to be tailing down the leg side.
Again, another good delivery. And again, Ramtahal was on the back foot. Negotiated it well.
Looking for a fifth. Looking for a fifth in the power play as well. Had that ever been achieved? I think we'll have to look at that. If she gets that fifer in the power play, here's a chance to do so. And she won't. This could still be a record, though. We'll have to see if one bowler ever got more than 4 wickets in a power play. 19 for 4 at the end of 5. And look at that. Trisha Hardat leading the way. 4 wickets for 4 runs from 3 overs.
Absolutely breathtaking from Haddad. 19 for 4 at the end of 5. All sorts of problems here for the TNT women. 76 still needed. Liam Mamchan has joined me. Liam, not the way that the TNT women would have planned things to go in this second half, in this run chase.
Yeah, definitely not. And I think the difference between them and Guyana, I think at the end of 10, Guyana were 31 for the loss of 2 wickets. Trinidad and Tobago have already lost 4. And I think that's where the problem lies. Just want to find a way to build a partnership here, spend some time out there and take the game as deep as possible.
Yeah, it's got to be these two, Ramtahal and Espinoza. Not a left-right combination. Mans again to pick up the attack.
Good delivery there, right on spot.
This one in the air, just over the head of mid-off. Bouncing away for a couple of runs. In fact, just one. Ramtahal one to the second. Espinoza turned her back.
Ramtal has been out there for quite some time now.
I'm just looking at the TNT batting last year, the successful tournament that they had. You know, when you look at Samara Ramnath was a part of that team as well. Chanel Sau, Shalini Samaru, also Janaba Joseph, all have now progressed to senior level.
Left quite a big void, I think. Those 3 or 4 names that you mentioned, there are 3 or 4 players that have been part of, you know, the West Indies under 19 women's team as well. And in the air, Ramtahal straight out to the fielder at deep mid-wicket. They want 2. They're gonna go for 2. Chance of a run out, and they get there comfortably in the end. Good running from Ramtahal and Espinoza here.
Yeah, it should always be 2. Once it goes out to the boundary, it's a long way out from there. So you could get in and out quickly.
Yeah, what we've seen is that the throws have not been straight into the keeper. It's been rolling and bouncing in, so you have the chance to try a single on the run as well on the throw.
gotta pinch everything wide this time. TNT team now would welcome anything come by the way of runs. 23 for 4.
In the air. Chance of a catch, and that's a wicket. That's the end of Amrita Ramtal.
Durant taking another comfortable catch at long on. Another tossed up delivery from Mans. And easy as you like from Durant. And so Ramtahal has to go for 5. Half the side back in the hot now for TNT. It's 23 for 5.
And I think what we're seeing here is the fielding from the Guyana team. They're taking their catches, they're taking their chances early on, and that's what Trinidad and Tobago did not do.
Very, very difficult from here onwards. Into the middle to lower order now with Katie Jazz Mitchell, a new batter to the crease. Spell from harder doors caused all sorts of problems. Broke the back early on. And ever since then, Guyana all the way on top.
Yeah, it's going to take something special from Espinosa and Mitchell here to get this game in the bag for Trinidad and Tobago. 72 runs required of 84, just 5 wickets in hand. You have to think that this is the last real pair that can give Trinidad and Tobago some hope.
And it's not getting any easier as we see the introduction now of Niall Lutchman from the southern end. Very prolific leg spin bowler at this level.
I would have played in that Super 50, that women's Super 50 earlier on this year for Guyana as well.
Boot away. Can't get a single though. Pressure well and truly on TNT batters. We're outside the power play now, Liam, and still Guyana just persistent with 2 outside the circle. Why not?
Yeah, I don't see any need for anything more just yet. Trinidad and Tobago under the gun here, under the pump a bit from the bowlers, so there's no need to take too many precautionary measures. You got to go for the attack here. Brilliant delivery there from Niall Lutchman.
Spin and bounce. What stands out for me with Lutchman though is her control.
Yeah, it's never easy as a spinner coming into your first over and getting it right once away, but she's gotten it right so far.
Varies the pace nicely too. Lutchman that time slightly quicker one.
Shows that even at this young age, she's gotten so much experience from playing with the senior team. You can come back down to the under 19 level and dominate. We've seen Samara Ram not do that time and time again. Started off with 2 maidens today.
Yeah, she's been in and around women's setup, the senior setup, CPL as well, women's CPL. And a decent over from Lutchman at the end of 7. It's 24 for 5. What a big occasion though it must be for Delaney's Espinosa, making a debut for the TNT team at this level. Very, very hard working young lady, must be said.
Yeah, she's been around the team for quite some time now in terms of preparation for this competition, and I'm glad to see that she's getting opportunity. I was really impressed with her in the field. She's now got a job to do with the bat. What a story it would be for you to win a game for Trinidad and Tobago on a debut like this.
Of course, in this shortened format, you want to get off to a winning start. New bowler into the attack.
I think what Guyana did well early on, despite a couple of early wickets and things of that nature, is that they've their running between the wickets was excellent. They pushed ones and a lot of quick singles to turn ones into twos, so they were excellent in that regard. I don't think I've seen too much of that rotation of strike for Trinidad and Tobago just yet, and that could be one of the areas where they're falling short.
Yeah, definitely. There's lack some urgency in that department. Jermaine Marks is the new bowler. Jazz Mitchell is just getting one off the inner half of the bat down to short, fine leg. So she gets off the mark. Mitchell. Loud appeal. Not out, says the umpire. Real uphill task here for these two. Those are 2 from 10. Pushing this one nicely out to the cover region, but again can't get the single. Packed offside field, short third man, point, cover point, short cover, in the air, and just past the short cover. A good bit of work again. One more to the total. Looks as though they're gonna get the extra run here. So 2 runs completed in the end. So at the end of 8 overs, it's a 28 for 5 TNT women.
I think at around this stage, Guyana were about 22 for 2. So Trinidad to be going ahead in terms of runs. With wickets in hand is the issue here.
Trisha Hardwatt. If I was Juliana Grimman, I'd be looking to get Hardwatt back into the attack for a final over. Wreaked havoc with that new ball. This one down the leg side. A bit of a misfield as well. This one is running down to the boundary.
Good
Mans.
ball in the end.
Mm-hmm. Three more added to the total. So 31 for 5.
Ooh, bouncing tin there. Bouncing tin there from Nia Lachman.
Would we be looking to get a slip in there now?
Yeah, I
Might
think
be a
so.
good option.
I think we didn't see a slip in the entirety of that Trinidad innings. That Trinidad bowling innings. Oh, what a delivery that is. Katie Jazz Mitchell somehow sneaks it down to short fine leg.
It's not getting easier one bit. This 95 is proving to be very, very difficult here, Liam. Those early wickets not helped the occasion as well. Nicely tossed up. Again, Espinosa is nicely forward. 4 from 14. This needs to start picking the gaps now. That rotation of strike coming. Mix up here. And all's well that ends well. Just two outside 30-yard circle, deep mid wicket, and long on.
I think this is good captaincy from Guyanese skipper. There's no need to make any real changes to the field. There's no intent so far of attack. There's no intent to rotate the strike either, as 4-dot deliveries to finish that over.
So 9 done, 32 for 5, 4 for 4. Trisha Haddad, Chief Destroyer. Mark looks as though she's going to continue from this northern end. Bit more protection for Mans, a 3 on the leg side, the backward square deep mid wicket, and the long on.
Wide delivery. Trinidad and Tobago want to try to
No one to the total. Jazz Mitchell. Just like to get after the bowling, does KD Jazz Mitchell. At this point in time, a different approach is needed.
I think they need to find that mix there, that balance of scoring runs and surviving. I think the rotation of strike has not been great, as you could see from Espinosa, 4 of 17. You don't want that to ever be your figures in a T20 game. Just need to push the ball around, get singles, build some confidence, and put away the bad balls when they come. And I think that's where Trinidad and Tobago under 19 girls here have fallen short a bit.
But an intent from Espinosa out to deep mid wicket. I think the footwork too has been a bit crossed up from the TNT batters. Balls that they should be forward to, they're playing on the back foot.
That's a wonderful shot there from KD Jazz Mitchell. Good fielding in the end.
Brilliant from Barkoyad. Long on. Saved a certain boundary. In the end, couple of runs to Jazz Mitchell. Shot that a top order would be pleased with.
Good solid defense. One delivery. In fact, that is the end of over number 10. They're going to have a short drinks break, and we'll be right back with more.
As we're back after the drinks break, the second innings of match number 1 of the CWI Rising Stars Under 19 Women's Championship. 37 for 5. Trinidad and Tobago women batting second against Guyana. Trisha Haddad picking up 4 wickets for Guyana already inside the power play. And of course, Delanis Espinosa and Katie Jazz Mitchell, the persons charged with the responsibility of being out there at the moment for the women in red, white and black. And now Latchman is back with the ball in hand. The leg spinner. Been bowling a bit too short. He found the last over and a half. It's a bit too short, but not leaking any runs, most importantly. Liam Mamchan is back with me. This one driven out nicely. Good single take. Good afternoon once more, Liam.
Good afternoon, Visham. A lot of pressure for Trinidad and Tobago women here. 38 for 5. 9 overs to go after this one. Well, I've got to say, I've been impressed with the captaincy of Grimmond there. And the bowling of Nia Lutchman as well.
Mitchell almost punching that one into the hands of the cover fielder. Yeah, captaincy was excellent thus far from Grimmond. Putting the pressure on. This one into the air and dropping short of the fielder. So, 2 consecutive deliveries there where Mitchell almost spooned it to the fielder's hands at the end of 11. 38 for 5. 57 runs required from 55. And there's a look at that chance there again. Or almost a chance.
Yeah, they're making things happen. Lutchman, no wickets just yet, but 3 overs of chances. Lots of chances. So that will keep Guyana encouraged there.
Kassa and Harry Charan, 2 of the batters dismissed. Into the air and again dropping short of the fielder. So not being able to get the ball away here, Mitchell and Espinosa. Making some attempts though. Tremaine Marks back into the attack.
Marks as well, she's been good. I think Guyana have used their bowlers well. Grimmond has been an excellent skipper, as I mentioned. Good delivery again, right on spot. It's just a matter of time, you would think, before Mitchell and Espinosa need to get a move on here. 7 of 24 for Espinosa, 5 of 12 for Mitchell. Good single there. We want a bit more of that from Guyana. From Trinidad and Tobago, in fact.
It's a similar position in terms of runs where Guyana was at this stage. But in terms of wickets, Trinidad and Tobago, they've lost quite a lot more.
Down the ground. Straight to middle of chance for a run out. Direct hit. Would have had her, but a single in the end from Espinosa.
I think that's the fault of Marks there. Thought that Marks should have been behind the stumps, collecting that one. But in the end, all is well that ends well. 41 or 42 for the loss of 5 after 12.
Getting through the overs quite quickly here. Looks like it's going to be
having a look at what's going on across in the World Championship of Legends. Pakistan champions would have won the toss against West Indies champions, and they were elected to bat first. At the moment, they are 95 for 4 at the end of 10. A wicket apiece for Samuel Badri, Fidel Edwards, Suleiman Ben, and Ashley Nurse.
Reminds you of that World Cup winning T20 team back in 2012. Understand wide down the leg side from the skipper to start, and they're gonna get a single as well. So not the start that Grimmond would want here. Don't want to give Trinidad and Tobago a sniff back into this game.
Yes, certainly. They want to continue keeping that pressure up, continue picking up wickets. I'm looking to seal the deal as soon as possible, especially when you're in this position. You don't want to let the game run away from you. Grimmond coming round the wicket now, and again down the leg side. Keeper not being able to collect cleanly. That's another 2 runs to the tally. Runs that TNT would welcome at the moment. For Pakistan, Shahjil Khan had 35 off 15. Shoaib Maqsood had 22 off 12. Shoaib Malik, he's there on 25 off 20. Again, Grimmond down the leg side. She's not been able to find that line, that length, just yet. The length is there, but the line certainly off at the moment. That's good. That's more like it from Raylana Grimmond. And as the captain, you don't want to be giving away runs. Of course, as we mentioned earlier, you want to set that example for the others to follow.
So Samara Ram not do that well with the ball in hand. Just out of the reach there. Chance for run out. And Espinosa gets in, so she moves on now to
two chances there in that delivery. Almost a chance for a catch. And then there was that chance for a run out.
This is Mitchell on strike now. Down the leg side again, and Mitchell working it down to fine leg. They get a single.
Excellent work from Trisha Hardat, running in from the fine leg region. Grimmond is finding it difficult at the moment to control that line of hers. She's taking a bit too long to settle in.
Better delivery. Well played as well from Espinosa.
Superb running there, Liam, from both Mitchell and Espinosa.
You can see the Trinidad and Tobago supporters getting into the game now, trying to show that support. This is a big over for them. This over could bring them right back into this contest.
The 50 comes up in the process, 50 for 5.
Espinosa just seems to be tiring a bit now. Debut for Trinidad and Tobago.
Looking for the single, not on, sent back by Mitchell. And with wicket stumbling at the early stages of this innings, it wouldn't have looked as though from that point that it would have reached 50. But tell you what, Mitchell and Espinosa have done well thus far.
Yeah, I think they ate up the pressure in terms of when the wicket fell. The wickets fell, in fact. And they've now gotten an opportunity to score some runs. Chance of a run out. And a good running from KD Giles Mitchell. They're at the wrong end. That was at the bowler's end. Espinosa is very tired. At the end of 13, 51 for 5. Trinidad and Tobago fighting it.
Yeah, and you can see the frustration on the faces of the Guyanese team. And as you can see on the big screen there, on what would normally be the scoreboard at the Brian Lara Cricket Academy, Carlos Braffett, he's charged with the responsibility of making a single. I can predict, though, that he will strike a 6.
How can you be so sure?
Well, I think it's for the 68th time that the West Indies would win the T20 World Cup on that big screen. "51 for 5. And it looks as though Mans is going to come back into the attack. Yes, it is going to be Mans. Good delivery, but looked to have taken an inside edge. A stifled appeal from the fielders around the bat in that inner ring. Wide. End signal by the umpire. In the air, and oh my goodness, the wicketkeeper lost it. And for a moment, she didn't know where the ball was there, and hence that could have easily been a chance there, Liam.
You can see that Espinosa is tiring though. Just a lack of concentration at this point in time.
Looking to smash this one over long on. Missing out. There's a delayed swing as well. A labored swing, so to speak.
Dot delivery again. Good bowling from the Nelly Mans.
Have a look at it again here. The wicketkeeper lost it. Peel for leg before, not out, says the umpire.
That one just seemed to pitch outside leg. Hit a bit high as well.
One more delivery to complete the 14th over.
Well, a great over. Other than the wide, no runs off the bat in that over from the Nelly Man. So at the end of over number 14, it's 52 for 5.
Marissa Aguilera in your picture.
Having a word with the manager of the Guyanese team, which would have been one of our former teammates, Jermaine Smart.
Looks as though some assistance is going to be given to Espinosa. Physio is over there. And also substitute teammates. And that's Jermaine Smart, as you mentioned, the manager of the Guyanese unit. It's good to see a number of these players being involved in the setup of the teams as mentors, coaches, managers, and just bring their wealth of knowledge to the forefront and passing it on to these youngsters. Seems to be in a lot of discomfort there. Espinosa doing some stretching while we wait for the action to continue. 43 required from 36. Have to see how Trinidad and Tobago weather the storm of the Guyanese team. No pun intended, with Hurricane Beryl around. And as we say that, again, our prayers goes out to everyone who have been affected by Hurricane Beryl. hope that, these regional tournaments, these youth tournaments around the Caribbean would put back some smiles on the faces of the persons affected. At least. And apart from the cricket, especially with persons from the different Caribbean territories making an effort to help those affected, that just goes to show the unity we have here in the Caribbean. Not just when it comes to cricket, Liam, but in times of need and in times like this.
Yeah, I think it's something that we've seen time and time again when there's any sort of natural disasters or anything of that sort, that the Caribbean comes together as one, and it's such a heartwarming thing to see. I think two things that bring the Caribbean together is sports and, unfortunately, but natural disasters.
Yep.
It was lovely to see that, during the World Cup. So David Rudder come out on a few occasions to sing the anthem of West Indies cricket rally around the West Indies before the games, and you could see that there was real emotion. Chance of a run out, direct hits would have had Espinosa travelling back to the pavilion, but she lives to fight another day, throwing in the dive. Excellent bit of running there from Espinosa.
Yeah, certainly. And showing good commitment, good effort there to dive in and get home in time. Too wide there. And it looks as though Mitchell and Espinosa is tiring a bit. Both batters look to be tiring. It's quite hot out there. Sun baking down on the Brandlar Cricket Academy. At the end of 15:57 for the loss of 5. And Samuel Badri would have just completed his spell across in Birmingham. 1 for 39 in 4 overs. Not a typical Samuel Badri day with the ball in hand, but a good day nonetheless. Much like this, a good day here for cricket in Trinidad and Tobago at the Brandlar Cricket Academy. 3 games of the Cricket West Indies Rising Stars Under 19 Women's Championship on show today.
A lot of flight on that one to start from on this occasion.
Coming up next at 2:30 p.m. Leeward Islands coming up against Barbados. And at 7 p.m. Windward Islands taking on Jamaica.
On the leg side, and I think that's where Guyana have gone wrong. They've given up way too many extras for Trinidad and Tobago here. I think that's another wide.
Yeah, Mans has really struggled with that line of hers, much like Grimmond. That's a good delivery. That was inside the wide line. I saw Katie Jazz Mitchell looking at the umpire as to why that wasn't signaled wide, but it's a good decision. Mitchell on 9 of 21, something you won't really see in a T20 game or T20 format. 13 from 39 for Espinosa. Striking at 3.
Too many dot deliveries here from both of these batters. And out of the 59 runs that they scored, 29 extras. So that's 30 runs off the bat.
No, not being able to put the ball away. And that one was down the leg side. Seemed as though she got something on it. Umpire didn't raise the hand.
And I think that's the problem when you get too comfortable and you play yourself into a bit of a hole. Like, look at that. At this stage of the game, you can't afford to leave those deliveries. You need to try to score runs. You need 35 runs in just 24 deliveries. You can't leave alone a ball at this stage of the game.
Yeah, definitely. And to me, that looked as a ball where you'd stretch that front foot forward and drive through the offside. And she's just leaving it alone. As I said, they look to be tiring just a bit. Let's a look at the rooftop of the southern end of the Brownlow Cricket Academy.
Wonderful bit of infrastructure here in South Trinidad. It's been here for quite some time and only really started getting cricket here in recent times, just a few years ago. International cricket just recently as well. As our man finishes his spell, 4 overs 1 for 13, excellent spell. And Trisha Harat, 4 for 4 in 3 overs. Is back into the attack. She's going to look to get the breakthrough here.
She's looking for 5 as well, or maybe more. Most importantly, she's looking to win the game for her team. Takes the inside edge down to fine leg. And only 1. That won't help the cause of Trinidad and Tobago.
They need boundaries at this point in time just to take some of the pressure off. I think in their mind they'll know that Harat has been the chief destroyer for Guyana. They might want to think about playing this one out, but I don't think they put themselves in a situation where you can't play an over out at this stage of the game. Slip in place for Harat. First time we've seen a slip.
Yeah, that's what happens. You know, you're seeing deliveries in the last couple of overs being left alone. That could have easily been turned into 1s and 2s, despite not getting the boundaries. And that would have taken your tally up to 75, say 80 by now. This could be 4 though. A misfield allows Mitchell to get a much welcome boundary. It was smashed straight to the fielder, but it was through her and to the boundary in a flash.
Yeah, much needed for Trinidad and Tobago. And poor bit of work from Barkwell there. She's not going to be happy with that, and neither is Trisha Harat. Now 3 deliveries to go in this over. Trinidad and Tobago would look to get 5 or 6 runs in these final 3. Try to get that score to 70 and push on in the last 3 overs.
Barcoy misfeeling that one there. She's someone who has been around the setup for quite some time. She'll be a bit disappointed. And you don't want to misfeel on this outfield lane.
Yeah, I think once it passes the inner circle, you'll just be picking it up from the boundary. It's going to travel. One of the fastest outfields in the Caribbean. What a shot that is.
And Mitchell whipped away. She's looking for 2. Good call in the end. Turning down that second run.
Don't think Espinosa would have been able to complete it. She is really tired out there. Now, to me, at this stage of the game, this ball is almost like a free hit. You need to try to get a boundary in this delivery to ease the pressure going into the final 3 overs.
It's going to get 1. I think she heard you. She was looking to go big. But that brings an end to the 17. 3 overs to go. It's 67 for the loss of 5. 28 runs remaining for Trinidad and Tobago to look to get in these 3 overs.
That's 18 balls. Yeah.
Come over. Last one.
So it's going to be Niall Lutchman. Through was no wickets, 6 runs. She's been excellent today. She's going to look to finish off on a strong note here. Try to get this game out of the hands of Trinidad and Tobago.
Just a wealth of spin being unleashed on Trinidad and Tobago from Guyana. So many good spinners coming out of Guyana in recent times. It's continuing to pile up the pressure here, Liam, making it very difficult for Trinidad and Tobago.
Yeah, definitely. I think a dot ball is like a wicket at this point in time. Maybe just adds on that pressure to Trinidad and Tobago where they're going to feel like they need to do something, and they definitely do. In the air again, and no chance there for Niall Lutchman. This is excellent. She's been attacking that leg stump line and not giving Espinosa much room to work with.
They've dug themselves into a deep hole here, Trinidad and Tobago.
That looked good. And that is out. That's the end of a rough time out there for Espinosa. She goes for 15 of 45. And that is the fall of the 6th wicket for Trinidad and Tobago when under 19.
Hanging on the back foot, and that was plumb. That was going on to hit middle and leg. And rightfully so, the umpire raises the threaded finger. And that's the end of a really good time, I would say, in terms of, just being out there and looking to spend some time, but that really wasn't needed. What was needed, though, was the ability to rotate the strike, pick up the runs, and in the end, Espinosa has to go for a labored 18, was it? 15.
That brings Samira Naidu into the crease with 28 required of 14, 2 runs of ball. Let's see how Naidu matches up to Niall Lutchman here, left-hander.
Something's got to give here now. With just about 14 balls to go. Something needs to give here. Mitchell needs to take the mantle and take on the bowling.
What a shot that is from Samira Naidu. A boundary to start, and Trinidad and Tobago's fans are up and running here.
Well, how is that for a response? Wide outside the off stump, and Naidu smashes it. Raced along the carpet here at the Brown Lion Cricket Academy for 4.
Well, could Samira Naidu be the shining star of this Trinidad and Tobago innings? We see 3 fielders outside the circle, all on the leg side. Everyone's up on the offside. What does Naidu do? Goes into the leg side, chance of a run out. And the direct hit would have had it. I thought that the fielder there would have thrown it into the keeper's hands, but went for the direct hit and did not work out in the end.
Well, with 2 overs to go, Liam, it's 23 required. I don't think Trinidad and Tobago are out of this just yet.
3 of 12 now.
It's hanging in the favor of Guyana at the moment. you have to say.
100%.
Little one?
72 for 6. Physio organizing the ice bag. Looks as though Leeward Islands, they're here already for their game. Coming up at 2:30. Oh, that's good. That's good to see. TNT Physio organizing the ice bag for Leeward Islands. Over number 18 has started.
Crystal Durant into the attack from the northern end. Fast bowler. So 1 over so far for 5 runs. 23 required of 11. Naidu needs to go big here. On the leg side. And the Trinidad and Tobago will be very grateful for all these extras.
Yeah, definitely. And I think Durant just needs to finish this over well. Keep things tight in this over. Don't look to do too much. This one played into the air by Naidu. She could be run out. Oh, she could in the end get 2 extras here. I'm not too sure why that fielder at short mid-wicket would have thrown the ball that hard to the bowler.
So see a bit of panic here for Guyana. They're getting a bit sloppy now. Looking at what's left of this game, 20 of 10. And it looks like it may be the skipper, Lania Grimmond, to finish things off. How much is Grimmond comfortable with defending in that last over?
Well, I don't think she'd want to have anything less than 15.
I think that her first over went for 10, but she was all over the place in terms of her line, which with Mitchell out there set now and Naidu has come in and played a nice hand so far, 7 of 4. I think you're right about anything around that 12 to 15 mark. She'll be happy with anything under that.
Yep.
Could be a very close finish.
Naidu looking to go. They'll take the single. And they may get extra. Oh, Mitchell is down. And one would hope that she's okay. She doesn't look okay though. This is not good. This is not good for Trinidad and Tobago. Need to have a look at that again, if we can. She's still down, Katie Jazz Mitchell. Seemed to have fallen over her bat as she was looking to make her ground. And well, I think the umpires are signaling for a stretcher. This is not good at all, Trinidad and Tobago. Yes, definitely. A stretcher is being sent out there.
It's really sad to see Katie Jazz Mitchell, an important part of this team, and she's now going to be stretchered off. In fact, she's getting up, and she's trying to get up at least, and she's up on her feet. Now this is wonderful to see. Katie Jazz Mitchell showing a real fight here, but it doesn't look like she's going to be able to continue. And she's back down now. I really hope that she's okay.
I think they're going to stretch her off in the end. Just playing it safe. One would hope that she's okay. It's never a good sight to see a player having to be stretchered off. Any sport at that, not just cricket. She's been taken off the field here, Katie Jazz Mitchell, and of course, wish her well. A speedy recovery from whatever damage that she may have sustained. Kyra Manpole has joined Naidu out in the middle. 18 from 8 required in the meantime. Well. I think that's a leave alone, Liam, in the 19th over.
I think she just had a poke at it, but didn't get everything behind it. So that is now 19 runs required in 8 deliveries. I want to wide again. And was running back to her mark.
Kyra Manpole, 2 deliveries, yet to score.
It's going to be a big ask for Naidu in the last over. In the air. Dropped. They've got to go for 2. And they get there easily in the end. 17 required in the last over. Can Samira Naidu be a hero for Trinidad and Tobago here?
Yeah, 78 for 6 at the end of 19, and it's all up to Samira Naidu, who's gotten back to that non-striker's end, and well, to the striker's end now for the final over. I think that's what the doctor ordered for Trinidad and Tobago. And 17 from 6, and with Carlos Braffett striking it as he was all morning on the big screen. Could it be a script that has been written here in the dark, Liam? Or should I say in the light? Let's see. Looks as though it's going to be Grimmond. And what a way to start this tournament. What an exciting way to start this tournament. Guyana getting up to 94 and making a real game out of it. Raylan Grimmond, the skipper of Guyana, she's going to be bowling this final over. And here she is, 9-1 strike. That's not going to help at all. 2 fielders, actually 3 fielders outside the inner ring. A wide third, a wide fine leg, and a wide deep forward square leg.
And a long off as well, so that's 4.
4, yes.
And I think that long off is the most important fielder at this point in time. Naidu just taking her time getting ready. She's the X factor here. She needs to get the job done. Bowling to her field is Grimmond. They need to go for 2. And they get there comfortably in the end. So 15 runs, 4 deliveries.
Can Naidu be the hero? That's the question.
You've got to think that she's seen what's been going on the big screen with Carlos Brathwaite. In the air, through the covers. They got to go for 2 again. 13 of 3. I think they need a boundary and they need a 6 or a 4.
Definitely, and it's not coming at all. She looks to be very tired out there, Naidu, having spent all of 8 balls.
He's been running a lot.
She's gotten 2 short pitch deliveries and has not been able to access that leg side over that mid wicket. Again,
Wide
down the leg
delivery.
side this time though.
Think they've got to go for 2 again here. There's no keeper. Well. This is not good. You don't want Kira Manpol here on strike when Naidu's been doing the heavy lifting. Level in 3.
This is
Kira
tough.
Manpol. Well, they gotta. Are they gonna go for 2 here? They decide to. They're gonna go for it. Chance of a run out, and Manpol's in. 9 of 2.
9 from 2. That's the situation.
One more for the over.
Well, 2 fours would tie the game. Not too sure if we'd see a super over if that happens. It's early days in the tourney. I'll have to wait and see. 6 and a 4 would seal the deal.
High in the air. Chance of a catch. He's not gonna get there. They'll get 2. well, Kira Manpo was ready for 3. So that means 7 of the last delivery. A 6 to tie.
Well, we've seen 1 maximum in this entire match thus far. And could it be Kira Manpol to tie the knot here for Trinidad? Let's see.
Well, got a bit of nerves there for Grimmon. It's been expensive. 20 in 1.5. 1 delivery to go. And we mentioned what would Grimmon be comfortable with defending, and we said anything more than 12 she'd be happy with. High in the air. That's straight down to the fielder, long on, and that's going to be victory for Guyana as Naidu is run out of the final delivery. Victory for Guyana. They're going to win by
Time.
2 runs to finish, in fact, not out, so they're going to win by 4 runs here. A really good fight in the end from Trinidad and Tobago to bring it this close. But you always thought that Guyana were on top of this game.
Yeah, a really good game to get things underway in the Cricket West Indies Rising Stars Under-19s Women Championship. You have to say credit to Guyana. They played a good game. They struggled with the bat in the first innings, but really Trisha had at setting up this game with the ball in hand in the power play. 4 for 12 from her 4 overs. Well, I don't think I need to say who would be the woman of the match. I would assume it would be Trisha Haddad. But that's the situation here at the Brian Lara Cricket Academy. Guyana women taking the first game of this year's Women's Under-19 Championship over Trinidad and Tobago, and rightfully so. Enjoying the moment. And tough luck to Trinidad and Tobago, and all the best for the rest of the tournament. It's Guyana Under-19 female team winning by 4 runs. Well, the next game is going to be coming up at 2:30. Join us for more live action at that time. See you soon.